Good morning, children. So, in the last video, you have seen that how India got independence and then India has to face the partition, and how, as we know, that before independence, before 1947, the Indian regions was divided into the princely states. Okay, and how then, even after the independence, there was the issue of these princely states. Okay, so let's dive into the today's topic and let's find out that how these princely states and the various region of the India has been combined into the union. Okay, so you can see this picture of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Okay, he is the man. He and his secretary VP Menon was a man who has done this great work of making India as union. At the time of independence, there were 562 princely states in our country. India became a strong union as all of these princely states had joined the Indian Union. The most important and the challenging task was completed by Vice Prime Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and he was also the Home Minister, not only the Vice Prime Minister but also the Home Minister and his secretary VP Menon. Okay, children. They appealed to the patriotism of the kings and excellent diplomacy skill successfully merged 559 states. And both these, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and his secretary VP Menon, इन लोगों ने अपनी स्किल से और लोगों में पेट्रोटिज्म जगा के या बाय हुक और क्रुक दे मेक 559 स्टेट एज अ पार्ट ऑफ द इंडियन यूनियन. सो कितने बच गए? 3 बच गए. द फर्स्ट प्रिंसली स्टेट्स टू एक्सेप्ट द मर्जर वॉज द किंग ऑफ द भावनगर. जो राजा जिन्होंने सबसे पहले इंडिया में मर्ज हो गए वो कौन थे? भावनगर के महाराज कृष्ण कुमार सिंह जी. एट द एंड ओनली 3 स्टेट्स वर रिलेक्टेंट. सिर्फ 3 स्टेट्स थे जिनके साथ प्रॉब्लम थी. एंड व्हाट वर 3 स्टेट्स? प्रिंसली स्टेट्स थे वो जूनागढ़, हैदराबाद and Kashmir. Okay, now see here you can see the picture of VP Menon. He was the secretary to the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. The king of Junagadh were keen to join India. The people of Junagadh were keen to join India and they launched the protest for same against the Nawab of Junagadh, Ratan Bhai Adani. Now see what happened was, who was the Nawab of the Junagadh? He wanted to get into the Union of Pakistan, but the people of the Junagadh wanted to join the Indian Union. So Ratu Bhai Adani along with the other people established the Arji Hukumat. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel conducted referendum and declared Junagadh as a part of Indian Union as per the will of its people. अब कहीं पे भी ऐसा प्रॉब्लम था जहाँ पे पीपल कुछ और चाहे, वहाँ के राजा कुछ और चाहे. सो देर वॉज अ नीड ऑफ रेफरेंडम. रेफरेंडम मीन्स टू आस्क द पीपल, टू लेट द पीपल वोट दैट with whom they want to go, either with the Pakistan or either with the India. So the people of Junagadh wanted to go with the Union of India, and through the referendum Junagadh became the part of India. But this Nawab of the Junagadh, he ran away to the Pakistan. Military action against the Nizam of Hyderabad and it was also merged in Indian Union. और जो हैदराबाद था उसके अगेंस्ट तो कुछ मिलिट्री एक्शंस भी लेने पड़े थे. एंड आफ्टर दैट हैदराबाद बिकम द पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया. पाकिस्तान अटैक्ड द कश्मीर इन 1948, बट कश्मीर was always an issue because हरी सिंह जो राजा थे कश्मीर के, वो दोनों में से किसी के साथ नहीं रहना चाहते थे. नॉट वांट टू बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान यूनियन एंड नॉट बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ इंडियन यूनियन. So he declared himself first of all separate state. Okay, but in 1948 Pakistan attacked war on the Kashmir. Okay, Maharaja Hari Singh officially joined the Indian Union. So to protect the Kashmir from the Pakistan, Hari Singh, who was the king of Kashmir, joined Indian Union. Geographically and strategically, it was very important that these states joined the Indian Union. ये स्टेट जोग्राफिकली और स्ट्रैटेजिकली भी बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट थे कि इंडियन यूनियन का पार्ट बने. Okay, the king of the princely state wanted to give a responsible government to their people. It was assured that the government of India would prove to be responsible to the government of to the people. The second reason to agree to the merger was that people become aware of their right as a result of their proper education. अब ये किंग ये भी चाहते थे कि एक प्रॉपर गवर्नमेंट हो, ये सारे प्रिंसली स्टेट की एक प्रॉपर गवर्नमेंट हो जो पीपल को गवर्न करे. और पीपल भी अब इतने अनएजुकेटेड नहीं रह गए थे, वो भी क्योंकि इतने सालों की गुलामी के बाद और द डिवास्टेशन दे हैव सीन अंडर द ब्रिटिश रूल, वो ये समझ गए थे कि एक कंट्री एक साथ रहना बहुत ज़रूरी है. ओके, every individual was able to understand the meaning of independence. Each one wanted to be a free and developed. Thus the king and their people anticipated desired development after being a part of Indian Union. It is a big thing to surrender one's kingdom except for some amount of the property, and it indeed was a very credible act on the part of king of these princely state. These merger of 562 princely state is a historical phenomenon not only in India but in the history of the world also. इस तरह 562 states आपस में मिल के एक country बन जाएं, that was a very historical moment not only for the India but also for the world. India shall always remain indebted to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and V.P. Menon for fulfilling this mammoth task. So this was a very large task which was completed by these two gentlemen and secure the unity and integrity of India forever. Their contribution towards the country was invaluable. So the contribution of both the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and V.P. Menon was invaluable. Okay, we can never forget that these two people are responsible for this union of India. Next comes, after the independence, the next big thing happened was the Gandhiji's assassination. It was only 6 months since independence has attended when the entire nation received a very big shock. Many parts of the country were hit by nasty communal riots on the account of partition. Gandhiji started fasting to stop these riots. He appealed to the people to maintain peace and unity. During this fasting in Birla House, while Gandhiji was going for a prayer on 30th January 1948, Nathuram Godse shot him dead. और इंडिपेंडेंस के 6 ही महीने हुए थे और इंडिया को एक दूसरे बहुत ही दुखद घटना को देखना पड़ा, एंड दैट वाज द असैसिनेशन. गांधी जी को मार दिया गया था कब? ऑन 30th January 1948. बाय whom? बाय नाथुराम गोडसे. ही हैज़ बीन shot. As there was lots of riots in the country due to the partition, so Gandhiji used to do the fast and control it, but he also failed in that, and somewhere because of that reason only Nathuram Godse shot Gandhiji dead. You can see here in the picture Antim Yatra of Gandhiji. You can see the crowd of the people. Okay, the entire nation went into a deep grief and shock as they heard this sad news on the radio announced by Jawaharlal Nehru. Friends and the comrade, the light has gone out of our lives and there is a darkness everywhere. I don't know what to tell you, how to say it, but our beloved Bapu has, as we called him, the father of nation, is no more. Gandhiji believed in unity and among all lashes and communities of the people, and for this he sacrificed his whole life. Gandhiji's funeral rites were performed in Delhi. Grieving people joined the funeral to pay their homage. You can see the crowd of people who want to pay homage to Gandhiji. Okay, and by this incident, even Jawaharlal Nehru, who was the first Prime Minister of India, was also in a deep grief and shock. Rehabilitation of the refugees. You know, this is a very big task कि जो भी refugees थे, जो इंडिया में हिंदू थे, वो वहाँ से छोड़ के इंडिया आ रहे थे. सो टू रिहेबिलिटेट देम, उनको यहाँ बसाना, उनके लिए काम करना, that was a very big task. Lakhs of the people came to India from Pakistan. Their settlement and the employment was the biggest challenge that the government of India met successfully. But government of India met this successfully. People were given as many facilities as possible. Huge refugees camps were opened. They were given not only shelter and food but also love and compassion. The common people and the various organizations also helped government. Thus, these people could integrate easily with the fellow Indians. So, these refugees has been given a big camps. They have been established in the big camps, and then they were given the rehabilitation centers. Okay, and then houses were provided to them, employment were provided to them. After these things, there were also need of the Constitution of India so that country can run on a written rules and laws. So the Constitution of India and its implement. The Constituent Assembly was formed in 1946. Its objective was to frame constitution for the independent India. This work continued up to December 1949. Each point, each clause was extensively discussed and debated. The assembly met for 11 sessions along with 166 days of meeting. Various committee and subcommittee did the work of correcting and mending the details of constitution. 300 Indians participated in this process. Okay, so as you have already read this in the chapter of the Constitution, there were 11 sessions and 166 days of the meeting. Okay, 300 peoples have participated in the Constituent Assembly. Okay, a long process that took of the more than 3 years. Though the meeting related to the drafting of Constitution held in Delhi, but the member came from all over the nation. Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar was appointed as the chairman of drafting committee. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was appointed as the president of the Constituent Assembly. So Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar was the chairman of drafting committee. Okay, he was the head of drafting committee, जबकि Dr. Rajendra Prasad was appointed as the president of the Constituent Assembly. और वो क्योंकि Constituent Assembly के president थे, इसलिए जब Constitution पास हो जाता है, then he became the first president of India. The Constitution was prepared and passed by the Constituent Assembly. It was implemented on 26 January 1950. That's why we celebrate it as a Republic Day. This was the day when actual power was wielded to the people. Thus, 26 January is celebrated as a Republic Day, whereas 15th August is celebrated as the Independence Day. These 2 days are renowned as a national festival. और ये दोनों हैं वो हमारे नेशनल फेस्टिवल्स हैं. ब्रिटिश गवर्नर जनरल माउंटबेटन रिटायर्ड एंड रिटर्न टू इंग्लैंड. 1947 में वो क्या हुए, जनरल माउंटबेटन रिटायर होके इंग्लैंड चले गए एंड आफ्टर हिम सी राजगोपालाचारी बिकेम द गवर्नर जनरल। माउंटबेटन चले गए एंड जब तक कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ना बन जाए और कोई प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड प्रेसिडेंट ना हो तब तक गवर्नर जनरल कौन थे? सी राजगोपालाचारी। He was the last Governor General of India after the Constitution was enforced. Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the first president of our country. So, children, the chapter gets over here. I hope the topics are clear to you. Even though if there is any query, you feel free to ask me anytime. Okay, so that's it for today's session. Good day and goodbye.